Hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant at Z World Webs. My one goal is to develop custom websites that are specifically catered to your organization's needs. I completely understand that building a website is an exhilarating, exciting, and significant step in connecting with your audience. Your organization has Z potential to make a meaningful impact, whether it's supporting animal rights, advocating for equality, combating human trafficking, or honoring the brave individuals who have served our country. Your mission is too important to be held back by the challenges a website can present. And I am here to ensure that your website works for you, not against you. Whether it's maintaining, developing, or redeveloping a custom website that is specifically catered to your needs. And with that being said, I would be more than delighted to learn more about your organization and, of course, develop a website Z World is waiting for. Thank you.
Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you wish to support and use their QR code to send the receipt directly to us. After that, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your purchases, knowing that you've made a meaningful change for someone in need. Community Pay It Forward amplifies your business's impact by sharing the story of those who require your services, rallying support for those who need us all. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Yeah, everybody, how's it going? Sorry, been a long time since I've been live here on Things Network, so I kind of forget how things work once in a while. This whole technology thing that we're supposed to be good at. Hey, I want to thank Jeremy and my family at Things Network for allowing me to do this, and I want to thank you for working with us to make sure that everybody that all the word gets out about everything that we've got going on. We're going to be broadcasting live every Monday at this time up until our Miracle of a Community That Cares event, which happens on December 24th. And that's because we've got a lot of things that we want to talk about. And we want to make sure that we're making it very, very clear about what's going on and how you can get involved with this program. Look, the truth about it is December is, unfortunately, this is where Footprints Forward ties into all this. December is unfortunately a month of depression, a month of well, it's a month of torment for quite a few people. Families really struggle. People really struggle. You know, you see those happy-go-lucky commercials on TV with families that all get together, and if you know that you're not one of those families and you love your family and you can't be there, you know, it's hard for you. And what we want to do with the miracle of a community that cares is we want to bring these families together in the best way we can. At least make sure that they understand that, you know what, people are out there. We also want to take and we want to talk to the individuals who work every day. And look, I'm not just talking about our veterans and everybody who, look, no matter what channel you're on right now, you all know how much I respect and love our veterans. Okay. I was not a veteran. I didn't want to cut my hair. I didn't want to get yelled at. So I got married instead. Pulled out all my hair and I got yelled at. I've been getting yelled at now for, close to 40 some years. So, but that it is what it is. By the way, everybody, those of you who do not know me, my name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channel. What we do here at Community Pay It Forward is very simple. We work with business owners, small to medium business owners all over the globe. And when you shop with them, they turn a donation, a referral. Okay. So let's say that you need someone who can help you build a website. We just had a spot on for Mr. Z. We send you to go and see Mr. Z, and he builds your website for you. What happens is Z gives us $100 for that. And what we do is we come back to you and we ask you, who out of all the people who have asked us for help would you like to support? And we give 75 of those $100 to them. It's a very, very simple program. It doesn't cost you anything to be involved. It doesn't cost the nonprofits to be involved. This is something that we just want to make sure that we're helping people stand up, stand out, and stand together. Our motto is come together, because I truly believe if we all come together, we can do a lot of things. We can do them easier and we can do them better. So coming up in less than 2 weeks, I told Adrienne yesterday that, oh my God, our event is in 2 weeks. And she was like me. She was like going, Yep. It's in less than 2 weeks. We have our sixth anniversary of the Chili Cook-Off and Poker for Pediatrics. Our great friends. I mean, just one of my better friends. I love the guy. He's been a sponsor of mine since I got this all started. Since I went through, I had a heartache with had some heartache with a nonprofit that I thought was mine, and then it got taken away. Well, you know what? I decided I was going to go bigger and better and just help more people. And that was the birth of Community Pay It Forward. Since that day, Soterios has been on my side, been one of my biggest backers, been one of the biggest support systems I have. And 6 out of the last 8 years, thank you, the plague, for taking a couple of years away. And then, of course, last year I ended up having shoulder surgery and the bird flu because the plague wasn't bad enough. Less than a month's time, I had shoulder surgery, COVID, and then the bird flu. Last year sucked. January of last year, of this year got here, I couldn't have been happier. But we are a little over a week away from the Chili Cook-Off, toy drive, book drive, and Poker for Pediatrics. And we're inviting you, if you're anywhere near the Colorado area, to come and join us, because you know what? It is one hell of a time. We have a great time. You can have a couple adult beverages, sit there, talk to us, and we can have a lot of fun, but best yet, we get to help the kids. I know that is a that is a localized event. It is here in Greeley, Colorado, but you know what? This is a perfect time to go on ahead and bring your family out for a vacation. Great place to be for the first month in November. Uh, beautiful location, beautiful location. Maybe not so much Greeley, but I tell you, you drive for less than 5 minutes and you can see the mountains. It's gorgeous. We are really looking forward to this year. The chili is always great. The companionship is always great. But the best thing about it is the giving. People truly, truly do care about getting books and gifts into kids, into Northern Colorado hospitals. But we don't want this to be a Northern Colorado thing anymore. And that's the reason why we are asking you to join us as we turn our dream of the book drives for children and poker for pediatrics. We take it away from Northern Colorado and we give it to everyone. And one of the ways that we do that is by asking you to help us, you and your kids, help us build boxes, collection boxes. And these collection boxes can be placed at stores around your area. Okay? Here's a little bit about these boxes. When you build those boxes in your area, what we ask you to do is we just ask you to simply take, and this is one of the books that we've worked with quite a bit in the past. This is Baxter the Bat Dog. What we ask you to do, in which it's really hard to see, but if you look in there, you can see that somebody's already signed this book. And what we do is we take and we put this into one of the hospitals here in town, and then somebody will take, and one of the nurses will write a child's name underneath here. And then there's going to be a child that walks out of the hospital with this book. Okay. They're going to have all the paperwork they don't understand. They're going to have all the memories of all the bad stuff that just happened to them. Why were they there? Was it because I was sick? Was it because I broke my arm? Why was I in the hospital? They're going to have that. But now they're also going to have a wonderful book like Baxter the Bat Dog. They're going to have this. And if you take and you help us by building these collection boxes in your area, we're going to ask you to do this in your area along with us. Become part of Community Dare to Care. Become part of getting these books into children's, we're working with the everyday hospital. Okay. And I do need to make sure that everybody understands this. I do this not because I don't care about the children's hospital, But we need to make sure that we don't forget the kids that go to the normal hospitals. Here in Colorado, we have Banner or UC Health. And everyone from the Shriners to the motorcycle clubs, they all donate to Children's Hospital. I know that when I had to put my kid, either one of my boys, when I had to take and put them into the hospital, I didn't give a rat's ass if it was Children's Hospital or if it was just the local hospital. It scared the shite out of me. I hated it. I hated it. I hated the pain that they were going through. I hated all that. And I know for a fact my kid couldn't have cared if he was in Children's Hospital or if he was in Banner Hospital. They didn't care. They were scared. They didn't know what was going on. So let's make sure that we're allowing these kids to get some of this kindness that we give kids every day around, around the world in children's hospitals. Let's make sure that we're sharing the love with them as well. And this is also a great way to teach your kids, with the collection box development. This is a way to teach your kids how easy it is to help other people, help other kids, because when you're helping, it doesn't have to cost money. And it can be a lot of fun. You can be artistic. You can be inventive, creative. You get to do all this stuff knowing that, guess what? Everything I'm doing is going to help someone else. So if you have any questions about these boxes, I beg of you to please reach out to me. My phone number is it's easier to text me. That way I can get back to you. But the phone number, and I'm sorry, I should have had this prepared. Still a new system that I'm working with, and I was used to all this stuff just being right there. But you can take and you can give us a text at 970-909-0751. That's 970-909-0751. Or you can give us an email, shoot me an email at Zach, that's Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. And you can tell I was typing that as I was reading it. So right there's the phone number. Once again, texting is much better because I can get to you as soon as I'm available. 970-909-0751, 970-909-0751, or by email, Zach at communitypayitforward.us. Zach, which is Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. We are looking for people who can give a virtual gift certificate. Northern Colorado especially would really, really be good. One of the men that I respect most in my life. One of the greatest men I ever met. They're having a Veterans Day celebration, and they're looking for donations to try to help them out. And this is Bart with Veterans Honoring Veterans. And so they're asking for any help. If you can donate something from your wonderful business, I know that we're on the Things Network right now. So if you guys can donate anything with what you do, there's a lot of interest in the work that you guys do. So this is a way to maybe get your name out there a little bit. Please get a hold of me right down there. Just type in, send me any information. I will reach out to you and see if we can make this happen. So look, we're all in this together. We are all, doing this to try to help each other. We're all trying to just survive. And honestly, working together is the only way to make sure that happens. Look, Footprints Forward was started after one of my 22-hour podcasts, which is coming up to February 22nd. I do a 22-hour podcast every year for veteran suicide and veteran mental health awareness. And I was thinking to myself that, it didn't make any sense that we did this once a year. We did it once a year and then kind of fell off. Well, I didn't want that to happen anymore. And so I started Footprints Forward. It's gone through some changes. It's gone through, like everything does, it started in one place and now it's in another place. But the whole root behind Footprints Forward is very, very simple. And that's that we want to make sure that we're finding the best ways to make sure everyone around us is okay. All right. So we're here tonight, or this morning. Sorry. I'm not used to talking in the mornings, I guess, but we're here today to really kind of push a lot of the information about the program that is a miracle of a community that cares. But one of the things that we have in common is just like Footprints Forward. This is all about the depression. This is all about how people feel in December and how December can be so crushing. This is a little bit of information about the miracle of a community that cares. When I get back, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that people go through in December and why it's so difficult, and maybe some suggestions. Maybe you have some suggestions. Please put them in the chat. But some suggestions on how we can get together and we can lessen those problems for other people. Again, my name is Zach. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. This is information about a miracle of a community that cares. This holiday season, as the world celebrates in so many ways, some families are facing it apart, feeling the weight of loneliness. At a miracle of a community that cares, we are creating a space where everyone, regardless of faith or background, can share in the joy of this wonderful season. Join Santa and leaders from all walks of life for stories, special shout-outs, and heartfelt messages from loved ones near and far. Children are taking the lead with art and fun, helping us bring the gift of books to children everywhere. Children in hospitals, children to families of all faiths, and to fortify traditions of families. This season, let's come together as a global community, one that cares, one that gives, and one that embraces all cultures, part of the miracle. Join us from December 24th to December 26th, and let's make this season unforgettable for everyone. A couple of the things that we need you to fully understand. This is not a single cultural event. This is a mass cultural event. This is an event for every culture. Christianity does not have a moratorium or a monopoly on loneliness in December. Okay, they don't. It's not just Christians that miss their family members in December. All of us miss people in December. We're asking leaders from other cultures to join us. We're asking these leaders from other cultures to come on, speak about what you go through, what your families go through, what your families need in your culture, what you celebrate, what is your culture this time of year. I'm curious. Okay, so selfishly, I'm using what God's given me. God's given me three very large things: a gut, a butt, and a mouth, and I'm going to use them. I want to know what you do. I want to know how you celebrate. I want to know why you celebrate. I want to know if you celebrate. You can feel free to join us by using this QR code up in the corner. Just scan that and it'll give you the details on what's going on with this program. Our thought is that loneliness should not be a part of anyone's holiday tradition. And I don't care what holiday tradition that might be. We're looking for people of the Muslim faith, of Jewish faith, of we want to talk to people who celebrate Kwanzaa. We want to talk to people who are Wiccan, who celebrate the old traditions, which Christmas just happens to fall upon, and they've taken over those holidays. We really want to learn more about you and your beliefs. And one of the other things that we're doing, again, we're opening up a recording session where you can come on and you can tell the people in your life, hey, I can't be with you, but I love you. I miss you. I want to be with you. Please take this gift of us talking and let's make the best of what we've got. We're losing too many people, folks. We are just losing way too many people. And again, loneliness should not be a part of anyone's holiday tradition. Okay, here are some mental health challenges in December. Okay, December can be especially difficult for mental health. Often exacerbated, and we've just talked about this when we first started, by just by holiday related stresses. You got the holiday blues. Holiday blues refers to the feelings of sadness, anxiety, and stress that people may experience during this time. This is the time of year where people sit there and, with all their efforts, there's always that fear, and especially parents, there's always that fear that what you've done is not enough. And that's because, let's be honest here, as kids, what our parents did was not enough. I mean, we're selfish little bastards. We truly are. We're like, well, hey, mom got me these clothes that I needed so much, but it's not the damn video game console that I wanted. Well, as kids, we don't understand that, money is a thing. We know it's a thing because every time we get it, we're like going, oh, where can I go spend this? I've got this, I got this $5. How can I best get the most of what I want while I still get the one thing that I've got to have, how do I best use this? So, and as a parent, the last thing in the world you want to see is that disappointment in your child's face. It's not a secret right now that prices are where they're at. Prices, it's tough out there. It is very, very, very tough out there. There is nobody who's sitting here right now wishing the prices would go up. Okay? Well, I guess I can't say that. There are people who are wishing prices would go up, and they're the guys who are sitting there and are struggling the least with what's going on. But we just need to make sure that we're doing what we can do for ourselves. Again, that's very hard when you worry about what your child's going to say, when you worry about, is my child going to get made fun of because, well, all I got was him these little trinkets instead of the nice toy. And I know his cousin or his best friend or whatever, I know their mom are in a better position than I'm at. And I know that they're going to be able to get him better stuff. That doesn't matter. In the long run, it doesn't matter. Yes, your kid doesn't care about how much you love them this time of year. They could not give a damn about how much you love them. But the truth is, that's what we need to make sure that we're doing. We need to make sure that we're passing along the way that we care about our kids, the way that we show that we care about others. When my kids were young, and I've made this, I've never made this a secret. I kick myself every day of my life because I was not the greatest dad in the world. I was a drunk. And I let that a lot of times overtake everything in my life. We had places to live, we had all this stuff, but I had my alcohol. That was important. That's what I needed. That's what I wanted. I let that dictate a lot of things. Could I do it over if I had a chance? Well, probably, if I had a way that I would be able to take a different direction. Yeah. Am I going to sit there and regret what I did? No, there's no reason in regretting it. You just got to keep going from where you're at. You got to grow with it, and you got to grow up. And what I'm telling you is somebody who suffered, who made people suffer, that if you make better decisions for your family, if you make the correct decisions for your family, where it might not be comfortable this year, they'll understand later. Okay. Your kids don't stay young forever. Believe me, they don't stay young forever. So they're going to understand. So don't take that. Oh my God, I didn't get my kid that $1,000 Xbox. Don't take that into, well, my life is over. My life is going to be beaten up. Nobody's going to like me. Nobody's going to respect me. That's one of the things that you can do for yourself. Okay. We've talked about the loneliness, and the loneliness is so important. We never get to spend a Christmas with everyone we want. We've lost people. We've circumstances, whatever it is. Okay. There are some people who never get to spend the Christmas with any of the people that they love. So let's make sure that we're doing whatever we can to reach out to those people who are unable to be with us. Let's make sure that we remember those people who we have lost. We can keep people in our hearts, and we can keep them close to us as we celebrate, and make sure that we're doing the best we can do. A miracle, that's one of the things that we're going to do. And we're going to ask people to get together and sit there and record a 2-3 minute message to somebody. Tell them how much they love them, they miss them. And we're going to be playing this starting on December 24th, going through December 26th, the good majority of December 26th. This is a long program. So we've got plenty of space for you to reach out to those people who you cannot spend time with. Your brother might be in a different state. Your son might be in a different country. My oldest boy is in Japan. There's a chance he's going to be able to be here, but I'm going to curb my enthusiasm. I'm going to make sure that I don't, but I've got a way to reach out to him and just say something publicly, kind of. And let's be honest, parents, you know what? Embarrassing our kids every once in a while, that's part of being a parent. So I'm going to go on ahead and record a message to my son, and it doesn't matter to me if they're here or not. But this is what we're trying to do to defeat this loneliness. We're trying to make sure that we're reaching out to people that we don't get to see, or we don't get to see enough, or just the people that we really want to express, hey, we love you, we miss you, and you're here in our hearts. This is also a chance for you to sit there and tell the people who bust their ass every day in December and have to miss out on some of these things: nurses, people who work in the food industry, oil workers, doctors, police officers, you know, our military who is deployed, businessmen and women who are on these business trips that they have to be there because their bosses just have to have them where they're at. It's part of life. But we want to make sure that they can still connect, and they can connect in a way that's meaningful. They can connect in a way that counts. So we're asking people to come on, and we're asking them to record a couple-minute message just to whoever it is and say, hey, you know what? We love you. We want to be here. We want to make sure that you understand that, Miles may be there, but in our heart, we're all together. The financial stress, folks, financial stress is what it is right now. It's hard to feed a family right now. Christmas could be a tough one this year, and that could be a huge, huge problem. That's one of the reasons why we're also doing this book drive, okay? If somebody comes up to us and hey, look, let's be honest here, as a kid, I would have never wanted a book. But if it came between getting a book and getting nothing, that book would have meant something. So this is another thing that we can do. We can also, hey, I saw on Facebook that you were looking for stuff for a kid. I'd like to give, you and your kid maybe a couple of these books. I know it's not much, but it's something to share with them. Make sure that they know that we care. It's a lot of stress off the parents. Again, the parents are still going to know this is not what my kids want. But the parents are not going to be walking away going, well, at least my kids didn't get anything. That's the important thing. The kids will know that they got something. So financial stress is one of the big reasons for the depression this time in the December areas. We've been talking about it all show. Unrealistic expectations. Media portrays perfect holidays can create unrealistic standards, leading to disappointments, frustrations, and heightened anxiety. Again, you see these commercials where family members just pop up out of nowhere. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen like that, because it does. My son popped up last year, New Year's Eve. And it surprised the hell out of me. But I went the previous 4 years without him being here. And it sucked. My other son, he's in a wonderful relationship with a beautiful, beautiful little girl, young lady, not little girl, sorry, beautiful young lady. And he celebrates holidays with their family every once in a while. As a stingy parent, that's a little hard sometimes, but you know what? You still make the best of it. These are things that we need to make sure that we look at and we adjust, okay? Perfect is what you've got right now, and you make the most of it, okay? Perfect is not something that you wish it was, because then you forget what is. Perfect can just be making sure that you're reaching out to people and telling them that you love them. Talking to you. showing that effort just to prove that, you're there, you care, that does mean a lot. It means a whole hell of a lot. So just make sure that you remember, and I'm going to stress this again, okay? The picture of perfect being something that you can't have makes you forget what you've got. Don't forget what you've got. What you got, make that the perfect. And that'll take that stressor out of there. Memories of trauma is one of the things listed as one of the difficulties that people go through. For some, the holiday season revives memories of past traumas or unresolved family conflicts. This is every family has those difficulties. We talk to people all the time, and we tell them, if you see a perfect family, just wait until there's a funeral. There are times when the best of times bring out the worst of people. We all know this. We've seen it before. So it makes you gun shy on what you want to do. It makes you sit there and go, do I actually want to go this way with, do I want to try this again because last year was such a cluster? It didn't work for me last year, so I'm not sure if I want to do it again this year. Don't let that happen. Family is family. And look, your family's not going to be here forever. May seem like it sometimes. May seem like it, but they're not going to be here forever. Everybody, we're going to be right back. When I get back, we're going to continue this list for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to get out of your hair for the day. Once again, I want to thank Jeremy and the Things family for allowing me to broadcast this to you guys. Thank you, Things Network, for everything that you guys do. Hey, one of the other things that happened this time of year that's very disheartening is a rise of domestic violence. One of the people that we work with that you can turn your shopping habits into a donation is Confronting Domestic Violence. At Confronting Domestic Violence, our mission is to provide real-time resources to abused families, including relocation services to help parents and children reach safety. We're committed to giving at-risk families a real chance to escape dangerous situations. You can support Confronting Domestic Violence by our simple program Shop, Click, and Pick. Shop with any giving partner. Click a picture of your receipt and pick Confronting Domestic Violence by scanning this QR code or visiting communitypayitforward.us and search by their name. Confronting Domestic Violence and Community Pay It Forward. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Hey everyone, it's Zach. Introducing a special edition to Miracle of a Community That Cares event, where award-winning children's author and community Pay It Forward giving partner Maggie Van Galen is generously donating 3 of her beloved books and 1 hour virtual authors meeting valued at over $175. You know us, we're going to do things a little bit different. Maggie will personally read these heartwarming stories during the event. You could be the solo sponsor of this read. Tickets are just $20, and the winning ticket holder will be announced December 21st at noon East. Don't miss a chance to make a meaningful impact this holiday season and get your tickets now by scanning the QR code or visiting us at communitypayitforward.us. When the form opens up, this is what it'll look like. Scroll down to the Make a Donation, Purchase a Ticket, or Become a Sponsor section. Get involved how it best suits you. Tickets can be bought by selecting the last option of this section. Thank you for supporting a miracle of a community that cares. It's actually kind of funny listening to me on that video and knowing that today I'm all nice and quiet, throat's kind of giving me a little bit of hell, so not as boisterous and everything. Again, this QR code can take you to a place where your company can be a solo sponsor for an hour. There will not be any other sponsors of your hour. There's a possibility that we have to loop these videos. And just imagine this, folks. If we have to loop these videos, that means you get 2 hours of sponsorship in this 37-hour program. If we have to do it 3 times, you're going to get 3 hours of sponsorship in those 37 hours. Hopefully, we don't have to do any more than that. But when you open this QR code, what's going to happen is you're going to get the plan. Okay, it's the entire plan of the program, what the program is, what it consists of, what we're doing, everything about it. And then on the bottom, it gives you a link that you go to. And that link is where you can find where to sponsor us, how to volunteer, how to help us out. Okay, give us any ideas. Tell us about, what we know, these group of people who do some great things, and we think that your program can really make a difference for them. We need to reach out to these people, and you can help us do that. So scan this QR code, look over what we've got, and then you come to us. Tell us what your thoughts are. Give us your thoughts. We're going to use some of them. I'm telling you right now. I'm open to do whatever we have to do to make sure that we are doing the best we can do for other people. So we've got about 12 minutes here, and I wanted to get through a couple more of these things, okay? One of the other impacts that reasons for the difficulties in December are pre-existing mental health conditions. These just get aggravated. Look, if you've already got somebody who doesn't take well to pressure, this could tip them over the edge. If we give them an out, if we give them a reason to not feel that pressure, if we can do something to help people out, let's make sure that we do it. Okay? There's actually been a diagnosis for this time of year. It is called SAD. And no, that doesn't just mean sad. It is weird that SAD is the spelling of it, but seasonal affective disorder, which just means that somebody who is affected negatively by the holidays. So there's reduced daylight during the winter. Coping mechanisms and support are so important. Social conditioning connections. Make sure, and that is the reason for the miracle, is social connections. We are allowing people to try to come together. We're giving everybody an option to reach out to people, regardless if they get to see them face to face or not. You know what? Face to computer, face to reaching out to someone and saying, hey, and by the way, when you record with us on December 20, I think it's going to be like by December 23rd, which is going to be a full 24 hours before, we will give you the exact time that you will be appearing. So you can call that person. You can tell them, hey, you know what? Hit up your computer. Go to Community Pay It Forward on YouTube. Go to the Pack channel on YouTube. Go to Things Network on YouTube. Go to your YouTube channel. Yes, we are still looking for other outlets. So that's a way that you can connect with us. But this is a chance for you to get out there and say, hey, I sent you a special message. Just go onto the internet on this time of day and check this out, would you? Smart TVs or something huge. This gives them a chance to where you can say hi to their family. We do have the story. Maggie's going to be reading her stories. We're going to let you know when those are going to be. You can sit your kids down in front of that. Something that you can do together as a family. Sit down and listen to Maggie's books. They're the series of Kino and Ernest series. You can sit there together and listen to these books being read by the author. We've got Santa Claus, who's going to sit down with us. And yes, kids, it is pre-recorded because we know Santa Claus is busy. We've got Santa Claus who's going to sit down and read a couple stories. I've actually got a couple of them. He's got a couple of his helpers who are going to help us out as well. But they're going to be reading a couple stories, including one Santa Claus that writes his own books. He's going to sit down and he's going to read those to us. We would like you and your faith, your culture, we would like you to come out. If there's a book about what you guys are doing, contact me. When you contact me, we'll give you the time to come on and explain to everybody what Kwanzaa is, what Hanukkah is. What are all of these things that, when we hear about them, we're like, oh, yeah, we know it's that time of year, but I don't know nothing about it. Tell us about them. Let us learn. Teach us. Let's stop this BS of not getting along. Let's learn about each other's cultures and let's learn how to respect each other again. It's not hard to do. One of the things that we always try to make sure is that you make sure that you can access mental health resources. You don't know what's going to set someone off until they get set off, okay? Again, parents especially, you've got to set realistic expectations. Don't think that you can do everything. And remember, if you have a particularly good year, remember to pace yourself because next year might not be as good. It's just going to make your kids more of a pain in the ass. Let's just be honest here. It's just going to make your kids more of a pain in the ass next year because, well, wait a minute. How come last year I got all these things and this year I get a, sucker? Well, I know we'd like to tell them, well, you weren't near as good as you were last year, but probably not the best thing to say to a parent or to a child. Sorry. December's emotional challenges are real, but manageable with appropriate awareness, coping strategies, and support networks. A miracle of a community that cares is trying to be one of those. Recognizing, and I was just talking about this, potential triggers and seeking assistance when necessary can alleviate much of the seasonal mental health burden. Folks, this is another important thing, and this is so important about a lot of things. You've got to remember that I've got this under control right now should never come into your lexicon, okay? I've got this under control for right now means there is a chance that it could go the other way. If there's a chance for it to go the other way, reach out for that help. Have that help in your pocket, okay? People are there to help you. Let's make sure that we get with the people who are here to help us all. If you would like to learn more about Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, or the PAC channels and what we do, please reach out to me. My phone number, my email address has been here the whole time. Send me a text message. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. 970-909-0751. 970-909-0751. Send me an email, Zach@communitypayitforward.us. Zach@communitypayitforward.us. When we get back, I'm going to close the show, say goodbye for this week, and then we'll move on to building next week. Hey everyone, it's Zach, introducing a special edition to Miracle of a Community That Cares event, where award-winning children's author and Community Pay It Forward giving partner Maggie Van Galen is generously donating 3 of her beloved books and 1 hour virtual authors meeting valued at over $175. You know us, we're going to do things a little bit different. Maggie will personally read these heartwarming stories during the event. You could be the solo sponsor of this read. Tickets are just $20, and the winning ticket holder will be announced December 21st at noon East. Don't miss a chance to make a meaningful impact this holiday season and get your tickets now by scanning the QR code or visiting us at communitypayitforward.us. When the form opens up, this is what it'll look like. Scroll down to the Make a Donation, Purchase a Ticket, or Become a Sponsor section. Get involved how it best suits you. Tickets can be bought by selecting the last option of this section. Thank you for supporting a miracle of a community that cares. This holiday season, as the world celebrates in so many ways, some families are facing it apart, feeling the weight of loneliness. At a miracle of a community that cares, we are creating a space where everyone, regardless of faith or background, can share in the joy of this wonderful season. Join Santa and leaders from all walks of life for stories, special shout-outs, and heartfelt messages from loved ones near and far. Children are taking the lead with art and fun, helping us bring the gift of books to children everywhere. Children in hospitals, children to families of all faiths, and to fortify traditions of families. This season, let's come together as a global community, one that cares, one that gives, and one that embraces all cultures, part of the miracle. Join us from December 24th to December 26th, and let's make this season unforgettable for everyone. Hey, I want to thank everyone for giving me a chance, for giving me a listen. We will be back next Monday at the same exact time, noon East, 10 here in the Mountain Region, 9 Pacific, and of course that means 11 Central. Thank you very much. Please make sure you love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. If you're not helping somebody, you're hurting everyone. My name is Zach Clayton. Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. See you next week.